Hey you guys, so really quickly, I got this comment late last night and I just wanted to go ahead and respond to it because I think that this person is starting school next week and hopefully they see this video. I am going to comment back on that message. But anyway, really quickly, first off, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I truly appreciate it, or follow my videos, whichever it is. So I definitely appreciate that. Also, thank you for answering what we call the call and becoming a teacher, and congratulations on your first year position. So to answer the questions that were mixed in here, first off, I just want you to breathe because you are so right. It is very overwhelming, especially like being a first year teacher. There's so much information they're throwing at you. They want you to learn all of their online systems, how to grade, how to use the curriculum, how to, whatever, how to log in, how to log out. It's just a lot of information coming at once. And I can understand how that, like office stuff on top of getting your classroom set up, it can be a lot. So you are absolutely correct. I totally understand. So hopefully this helps you out. So first things first, day one, introducing yourself. Now I'm guessing this is because you guys don't have an orientation or like a meet the teacher. So if you're really not meeting your students until the first day of school, what I would do is every time a new student comes up, whether they're walking up to like my line outside, whether they're walking up to my door, however you collect your kids or wherever you collect them, I would introduce myself to every single last one of them. Hi, my name is Miss Smith, whatever your name is. Hi, my name is Mrs. Smith. Hey, hi, I'm Mrs. Smith. What's your name? Whatever, like however you want to word it, introduce yourself to every single last one of those kids. Okay. So that way, you know that you told them. Once you get your kiddos in the room and you're in like your home morning meeting, or they're all settled, sitting down on the carpet, and you say, good morning, boys and girls, or whatever your opener is, introduce yourself again. My name is Miss Lloyd. My name is Miss Williams, whatever your name is, say that, right? Then from there, so your kids remember, because kids are focused on a whole bunch of stuff, right? Just as much as you're overwhelmed and you got a lot going on, they're overwhelmed too. If you're teaching pre-K, some of them have never been to school before, right? So like they also don't know what's happening. So you gotta kind of like keep that in mind. So that to say, as they are doing things throughout the day, I would refer to myself in third person. So I would say, like, say we are at the art center and we're coloring. Hey, so-and-so, can you hand Miss Williams the purple crayon? Hey, can you go and get Miss Williams's something from over there? Like, I would continue to refer to yourself as like in third person so they know, okay? So hopefully that answered the introduction, right? Skipping over to the how to introduce the school rules and all that. Or class rules. I would not focus on that on the first day of school. Yes, you want them to know the rules, but I would say that on the first day of school, it's more important to get them into a routine. So like getting them to understand what their routine is. When you come in, you put your book bag in your cubby, you take your lunchbox, put it in the bottom of your cubby, you put your folder in this bucket, and then you wash your hands. Like whatever your established routine is that you want them to do, that's what I would focus on for that first day of school. Honestly, those first few days. Then what I would do is do a deep dive on the rules at a later time. But that doesn't mean that you don't refer to the rules on the first day of school. Refer to them. If you catch a kid running in the classroom, while we're in the classroom, we use our walking feet. That means that we're walking wherever we go. We can't run because we have to stay safe, right? Or say, a student is talking while you're in the middle of morning meeting. If you're talking while I'm talking, that means everyone in here can't hear me. So while we're at morning meeting, I need you to be quiet and you need to be listening. Like whatever it is that you might catch it, like I would refer to them as they come up, but I wouldn't do a deep dive on the first day of school. Now, jumping back to that deep dive, when you do, our school, we start school on a Tuesday this year. So maybe by like that Friday, if I was going back in the classroom, that's when I might do a deep dive, or even maybe that following Monday, I might do a deep dive. But that's when I would start to establish the two sets of rules. And what I literally do, I get an anchor chart. I make a T chart, which is literally a long T, right? On one side of the T chart, I would say big rules. And on the other side, I would put little rules. So what that really means is you have 3 to 4, okay? 3 to 4 big rules. And those big rules are short, concise rules. Something that isn't wordy, something that those little babies can get in their brains, right? So in my classroom, the 3 big rules was always be safe, be kind, and be respectful, right? So that will be all my big rules. But I want to introduce them all at the same time. So I would say, in our classroom, here is our 1 big rule. Be safe. So I would write that on the big side. On the other side, I would say, well, what does it mean to be safe? Right? That will be my little rules. And then that will be like, oh, wow, being safe means walking in the classroom. Oh my gosh, you're so right. We walk in the classroom. Being safe means keeping your hands to yourself. You're so right. Keep your hands to yourself. So when we're being safe, everybody, these are the things that we have to do. Then I will go to the next big rule. Be kind. Write that on there. What does it mean to be kind? So you have your big rules, and they're only really responsible to remember those big rules, but your little rules are describing what the big rules are. And then after you wrote those down at a morning meeting or at a group meeting with your kids, then you review it for like a week or 2, right? And you kind of wean off of it, and then you go back to it and review it again randomly. Put it out there at your morning meetings. What is this rule? What's one of our class rules? What does this look like, right? So that way they're really getting in their brain. I wouldn't focus on that on the first day of school though, because it really is a lot of information coming at them. I will more so establish routines and how you want your classroom to flow and get them in the groove of that, but then touching back on those rules at a later date. So I hope this helps, and I hope that you saw this video before you went to school, and this isn't like something that came after the fact. So thank you so much for your comment, and I hope this helps someone else too. See ya.